That's right, everybody. We're cutting loose again, handing out that free money. Andy St. Clair will be back in the house this week. He'll be joining us in a minute, guys. We're handing out all your free money, NCAA picks, NFL picks. We're crushing it. I'll give you the numbers when we get there. Louis, let's just start this damn thing.
Wanna bet?
Cash money.
It's time for another episode of Alright Bet.
Wanna bet?
No! God, please, no! No!
Tease it. Tease it.
When I want a chicken dinner.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right, my man, Andy St. Clair, back in the house. My man, what's going on?
What's up? Sorry I missed last week. That was just confusement on my part. I was at a kid's school function, and then I had a little thing to do, and then I was coming home, and I was like, all right, let's do this. And you're like, I got it done, buddy. You held it down.
We were double recording that day, so I was trying to get it all in before that second recording, and we were late going Thursday, Friday, so it was like,
you held it down.
Now we had to keep it moving. We got to keep it. Well, I didn't hold it down that great, but listen, you guys that listen to the show every week, you listened last week, and I said right at the top, these NCAA football games this week and NFL, I don't like any of them. I don't like any of them. Here's what I'm going to gamble on. You know what I mean? So we did okay. We gave out 19 picks last week in the NCAA, and we went 12-7. Okay. You're winning, but not our normal clip of putting more winners out. But that takes us to 166, 67-1 on the season, Andy.
166, 167, pretty good.
We're 100 over. We're 100 over. I mean,
266. What are we? 166.
No, 166 and 67 losses.
That's pretty good. That's good.
So yeah, it's got 100 more wins than we got losses. That's pretty freaking good right now. We're in week 9. This week 9. NFL, a little better in the NFL this week, guys. Handed out 22 picks, went 17-5. Pretty good on that. That takes us to an even 144 on the season for the NFL. Andy, what else do you want?
I'm glad I missed last week's NFL. I was a little off, so I was thrilled. I loved the Chargers last week, and they were not. They're bad. Alt didn't play. I was under the assumption Joe Alt was going to play, and that cost me.
They're banged up, and they just can't run the ball.
Right.
God bless the defense, but I mean the Colts they're legit, bro. They're real.
They're good for now, for sure. Their schedule's going to get a lot harder. So
it is going to get a little harder. We're going to see. But, boy, I'm glad I jumped on that Colts Super Bowl ticket after, like, week 3, man. It's like $10 pays like $4.40 or something. I'm like, I'll take it.
I got a big one against the Chiefs in a couple weeks. I'm a little excited to see that game.
That's going to be an awesome football game. That is going to be an awesome football game. Well, listen. We handed out a few dogs as well. Let me bring you up to speed on that, Andy. Last week on the dogs, you guys know the drill here. We'll go to the pound. We're going to rescue some dogs. We're going to be Ricky Gervais and do it with a smile, or are we Sarah McLachlan and we're going to draw tears? What are we doing at the pound? What are we doing? Right. Well, last week we gave out, where's the number here? We pet 6 dogs over at the pound last week. We pet 6 dogs over at the pound. We went 2-2 on college, which is you won money. You won money if you go even on money line dogs. And in the NFL, we went 1-1. We went 1-1. So that last week, happy dogs, Ricky Gervais, 3-3. That's happy dogs. You're winning money. And I got to tell you, in the college football, one of the ones we lost, the game went into overtime. Oh, Maryland, UCLA. We were on Maryland for the money line dog, and they lost in overtime. So almost went 3-1 in college. That's good money.
Yeah, man, UCLA, brand new team, 3-0 since a new coach. They unfortunately roll into Indiana, I think, this week. That's bad. Let's be on that
Indiana UCLA over. I think we'll probably want to end up playing that. We'll get to that. But that takes us to this week's winners. We handed out a bunch of them. Let's run them down really quick. We got to give them out every week so you guys know we're putting our money where our mouth is. It's right here on the video. You can double check us if you want. We're not erasing this shit and making up lies. And this one, hey, it's brought to you by RustBeltClub.com. Andy, I know you got a few shirts. I got a few shirts myself. This stuff is great, man.
Brought to you by the RustBeltClub.com. They make the most comfortable clothes you ever wore, and they're guaranteed to be the most conversational. Put on your Rust Belt gear, and people are guaranteed to get inquisitive. Is that Tom Brady's joint? Where can I grab them cakes? Who won that game? Oh, good morning, counselor. Is that a tooth beer or 2? I know that guy. Ho, ho, that's a haunted water park. Abracadabra. And that's the RustBeltClub.com. It's for folks with an inquired taste.
Inquired taste. Get inquisitive, baby. Wear them shirts. Answer a few questions, Check it out. RustBeltClub.com.
It's a good site. It's a good site. Mr. Finelli.
Oh, Mr. Finelli. He will be on the show back in a couple of weeks here. Bert. Bert was going to be back again. He's going to be back.
Yeah, he's also got to come back at the end of the playoffs. It's I can.
Oh yeah, every single year. Every single year we'll be running down the playoffs with the Mr. Anthony Finelli. He's a busy dude right now, man. He is been directing films like crazy out in LA, man.
Yeah.
So he's rising up the charts, man, and good to see. Just a really good dude, man. All right, well, let's run down last week's winners for you. Louis, cue it up. There we go. There's the music. There's the music. Hey, so we gave out 39 picks last week, Andy. We went 26-13. We gave you Bama. We gave you BYU, Notre Dame, U of M, Georgia, James Madison, Indiana, MSU overhit, Houston, Georgia Tech, Notre Dame. We also gave you a bunch of teasers, guys. Louisville, Miami over that hit, Tulane, A&M, Indiana, MSU over again, Maryland. And the NFL, we gave you the Colts, the Niners, the Falcons, Niners under. We gave you the Panthers, the Pats. We gave you the Cowboys and the Commanders over. We gave you Seattle, and on the teaser side, we laid you down with the Colts, Denver. Boy, they pulled it out. But hey, Denver still counts. We won the bet. Rams, the Cowboys, and the Commanders over again. Lions, Bears, Saints over. We love that one. That one came in. The Pats and the Seahawks. So right on cue there, Louis. Yeah. A lot of winners. A lot of winners last week. It was great. On the NFL side, college football side. I went 12-7, Andy, and I got to tell you, when you're going 12-7 and you're playing parlays, some of them busted.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. We got some good ones for you this weekend. We're both prepared. We're going to give you guys some money for sure. But before we get into that, Andy, we have to run down the World Series. It's about to start.
Yeah.
We know who's in this thing. Now, you sent me this beautiful, beautiful video yesterday, and I want to show it to everybody. We're going to get you prepared to bet on the World Series if you're not a baseball guy or girl, whoever's betting watching the show. We're going to get you prepared. And here is a great video to take a look at.
This is a ridiculous stat if you are either a Mariners or Blue Jay fan. There have been 4 previous times in which the team winning the 7-game LCS goes up against the winner of the other LCS ending in a sweep. All 4 previous times won the World Series as well. 1988, 2006, 2007, and then in 2012.
Tigers again. Okay, so 2 of those were Tigers, breaking my heart. But you get it. And this is a real thing in baseball, right, Andy? Like sitting around for a week and getting cold, not good.
Yeah, no, I think maybe I mentioned this. I'm just going to bet the dog in every game. Just why not? There's only past 4 minimum, 7 left. So just bet the dog and see what happens. Both good teams. Yeah,
both good teams. Listen, when we did the Major League Baseball preview, guys, we ran it down. We gave you a jump on a Blue Jays World Series ticket. We did. We've got a Blue Jays World Series ticket here. Need them to win, but it's not going to sway my bet here. Now, the Dodgers are red hot. But here's how we want to try to bet this, guys. Just like the guy said, whoever swept has been sitting around for a week, and the other team is consistently playing baseball, and that is a big deal. Let's take a look at the Blue Jays. Let's take a look at the Blue Jays batting order here. Now, these are their averages through the postseason. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We got 240, 333, 442. Vlad Guerrero's on fire, hitting home runs, hitting almost 500. 273 in there. Another guy hitting 429, 286. 238, 250. You got some guys throughout this lineup 1 through 9 who are hitting the ball. Some are red hot and some are just very consistent, and they've been playing.
Yep.
You want to keep that in mind. That's a big, big deal. Now, the big story is the Dodgers, though, right? I mean, Andy, right? I mean, they're red hot. You got Ohtani. They've been blowing people out. Don't be misled by the media. Those National League teams that were playing fell apart. Because let's take a look at what the Dodgers have been doing. Ohtani's the best player in the game. I mean, he's nuts. Yeah. He's nuts. But that 3-run, he went 3 for 3 with 3 home runs in that game 4 the other day and pitched 10 Ks. You know how it went. You know what he's hitting for the playoffs, Andy?
380.
After going 3 for 3 with 3 home runs in that last game, which will jump your average a bunch, he's hitting 220. He's been struggling at the plate, man. That might have sparked him, but he's been hitting 220. Mookie Betts, the guy you got to worry about. He's hitting 293, and Will Smith hitting 286 has been helping them a lot. But Freddie Freeman at 231, and the rest of these guys, Edman and Kike, they're going to rotate in and out. And these guys, like, let Kike or Edman beat me. Okay, I'm not buying those guys.
No, for sure.
Mookie Betts and Smith are the big deals right now. When Smith gets hot, he's a tough out. And Mookie Betts, you watched him all year with the Dodgers. He was part of the reason that they went up and down and didn't have the number one seed. You do not want to attack Mookie Betts early in at bats. That's how he gets you. You try to get in ahead of the count. He's an aggressive hitter. You're going to be in trouble. So listen, if the Blue Jays can come out and cool Mookie down a bit, I think they've got a little advantage in this series, maybe that nobody is seeing because the way the media is pushing it, man. What's your take on it?
I think I'm going to probably bet the Blue Jays, and I think I'm going to choose like 6. I'm going to choose the number in 6. I think, you know, sometimes for me in baseball, I that 3-run homer that Springer hit is, you know, obviously season saving, but it's also like sometimes I feel like baseball is a little more destiny based. And I'm like, I just feel like the Blue Jays are going to win the title now. I I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dodgers are awesome. They won last year. Easily could sweep the Blue Jays, but
good.
I guess I'm just going to go. I'm leaning Blue Jays in 6.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad bet. That's not a bad bet at all. So the Jays are plus 131 on Friday night. Game 1, they're the underdog at 131. Snell's going to be on the mound for the Dodgers now. That's tricky because he's in Cy Young form right now, but a lefty, and the Blue Jays are going to be able to come at him. I don't know who's going for the Blue Jays. They haven't announced it yet. Now, you would assume it would be Gausman. He's their number one guy. But why put him up against Snell? Like maybe put him up in game 2, you know, but then that means who are they going to put up in game 1? You know, it's got to be Scherzer or Yasovich or Bieber. I don't know who it's going to be.
Is it still, is it 2-3-2 in the World Series? So 2, or is it 2-2?
I don't know. I know they did that in the AL, you know, ALCS and, you know, the championship series this year.
Yeah.
I don't know for the World Series if they're doing it that. It seems like they switch it every couple of years, doesn't it?
It's so confusing. NBA, I don't understand what it is either. I'm like, what is it? 2-2-1 or 2-3-2?
Yeah. Right. I got to take a look at that. But I know the Jays are the first 2 home games. So probably going to put a little money on the Jays game 1. But game 2 is the one we're really going to be looking at to bet on the Jays as a dog. They're going to be a dog every game. So anyway, take that for what it's worth, guys. If you want to just bet the series, the Dodgers are minus 220, not worth the money. And the Jays are plus 180. I'm going to be with you on this, Andy. Really not worth the risk to go for them to win the whole thing at 180. Just bet game by game.
Yeah. Yeah. Game by game, especially if you have a future ticket on Toronto. Like, you know.
Absolutely. So just watch that. Like we just pointed out, man, red hot lineup for the Jays right now. Dodgers have a few guys that are hitting if they can pitch around them. Jays are going to have a real shot in this thing, and they're being written off, but don't write them off. Don't write them off. That's our World Series take, guys. Keep an eye on the social media sites. We'll be posting who we like in the rest of those games. You can check that out there. And let's get into some college football games, Andy. But before we do that, let's give a shout out to the Big Six Picks over there on the DWMOD podcast. Big Six Picks every week, brought to you by the official beer choice of the DWMOD podcast. That's Old English 800 Brass Monkeys. And those games over there, you're going to have to go over there if you want to see what we like on Missouri and Vandy. If you like Texas A&M and LSU, go find out. Michigan State, big rivalry game this weekend in the NFL. We got the Browns and the Patriots. We got the Packers and the Steelers. And we've got the Cowboys and the Broncos over there with Brian Hunt from Dad Style Comedy, Mr. Wipeout himself. Go check that out. You can see those 6 games. But that's going to bring us to head-to-head, Andy. Let's up on our head-to-head. Now, last week we went head-to-head again on a game with the spread. It was the Seahawks that took it. That was our head-to-head last week. And that, Andy, that's 2 in a row now. That's 2 in a row now. You got the spread and still didn't get it, man. Didn't get it. Now that takes 6-2 right now. I got 6 wins and you got 2 right now. Now, come on now. You got to get me this week now.
Well, I'll just give you a little head start. There's a lot of game left, you know.
There's a lot of game left. There is. We'll stumble upon one here though, guys, and we're keeping track of this thing, and we'll figure that out. Figure out where a little side bet will be later. Let's jump to some NCAA games that you like, Andy. I know you're ready to go this week. Give me something that you like.
I'm gonna come with something crazy right out the bat, which is I'm gonna take Bill Belichick plus 10.5 at home against the nationally ranked and in contention to win the ACC UVA. So I'm going to take the UNC. I'm going to take UNC and Belichick plus 10.5.
Okay. All right,
I just see too many points. I think Belichick, look, he's still a good football coach. And I just think I think he can keep it close. Now, I know they lost to Cal by 3 or 4. I think Cal's kind of good.
They got better last week. Cal was 10-point favorite.
Yeah, and so I just think UNC is going to hang around. They're also at home, double digits, and the hook at 10. I like UNC there.
Okay, UNC plus 10.5. This is not going to shock you to find out I'm going to be on the other side of this thing.
Sure,
I'm going to be on the other side, but not straight up though. I'll give you that. Well, yeah, you know what? Because you can get in at 9.5. That's what I put here. So it's at 10.5 if you buy the point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I'm probably going to be on UVA just because of NC, but definitely as a teaser. Definitely going to tease that down.
Yeah,
kind of like UVA, man. They look pretty tough. They look pretty tough this year.
I just think a month ago, nobody was on UVA. Now all of a sudden they're 10.5 point, a month ago, 2 months ago, they were over under was 5.5, 6.5 wins.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they're 10.5 point favorites on the road. I'm like, no, there's no way I'm taking UVA at that many points. So
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I would not take it over 10. You're absolutely right about that, guys. If you can get it at 9.5, take a shot maybe. But
right now,
Andy's
it's at
right.
10.5. So money's coming in on UVA. So
yeah, money's coming in. So you better hurry if you want it. Let me give you one I think is a lock for this weekend. Okay. Take that UCLA Indiana over 54.5.
Yeah.
We're going to take that and we're going to tease that. You know what I mean? We're going to take it and tease it. I love that. Indiana could get out and score 40 by them damn selves, and UCLA's been putting up points.
Yeah, good. I like Nico a lot. He's still a good quarterback. And I think he's with Neuheisel there, who's turned out to be pretty good, I guess, Neuheisel Jr. So, yeah, I like the over in that game a lot. That's a good call. I think it's great for you.
Yeah, he's coming around. I'll give you another one I like, and then I'll throw it to you. Give me SMU -3 at Wake. I took a good look at both these teams. Now, I was big on Wake 2 weeks ago to go out to Oregon State and thump them. They did. Wake Forest they gave Georgia Tech a run. This is a team that, like you just said about UVA, is quickly becoming a darling among the betting spreads and odds and money coming in on. They're playing better. There's no doubt about it. Everybody pretty down on SMU, but if you go back and look at their schedule, they dumped early a little bit, but the last couple of games, they've been scoring points and beating some decent football teams handily, easily. I think they've found their groove. I really think that this is the week, I think, to jump on SMU before the rest of the world catches up on them and you can't make money on them. Give me SMU laying this 3. I'll probably also have them on a couple teasers just to flip the line, which, is frowned upon. But if I think they're going to win, I'm going to do it.
It is frowned upon by me. Why would you do that? That just take the money line at that point. You don't need to. But that's not what this is about. I'm interested. I wouldn't make it on my list yet, but I'm interested in Wake here, mainly because I like to bet against a team. We just saw SMU last week go to Clemson, eat Clemson by 11. Clemson also didn't have a starting quarterback. So it's not like they beat, Klubniak or whatever. So I don't know. I lean Wake. It's probably a stay away. I just kind of Wake as the team. I'm gaining my interest, but no plays on that one for me. So it's just a kind of a be careful. SMU. It seems too easy. Probably is. Yeah.
And
also, I just think Wake can score a lot of points, and the SMU so can they. So those kind of games, I just always want whatever the dog is.
Yeah, Wake has slowly been improving offensively every single week. They have, and they're pretty good at home. I just think SMU's making a little bit of a run here. Their offense is really clicking, and 3 points I can get in at 2.5. I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to be on it. Give us one you like.
This is my 3rd week on this coach. He's 2-0 so far. I'm not stopping now. Bobby Petrino. I'm going to take Arkansas -1.5. He's going to take me to 3-0. He's at home. 2 weeks ago, I don't remember who they played, but I was like, Bobby Petrino's going to keep it close. He did. Last week against A&M, I'm like, Bobby Petrino's going to keep it close. He did. This week, he's got Auburn coming in. I love Bobby Petrino. He's got these kids thinking they're playing for NIL money. He's told them that. He just straight up told them that. This is how you make money in this league. This is why he's going to be a good coach for Arkansas if he stays. He's kind of a maniac, But I love Arkansas -1.5 this week.
Yeah, 100%. It's on my list. I'm 100% with you, and we're going to tease the shit out of that thing. We're going to get the Arkansas +6 at home. You're going to give me that. You're going to give me that. 100%. I'm on this with you. You've been selling it the last 2 weeks. I am buying. I'm buying right now. Arkansas, and especially against Auburn, right? I mean, Auburn is a team we're seeing get their heart broken like every single. Well, you get heartbroken 3 weeks in a row. It's tough to show up in that next one. It just is, man. It just is. So give me Arkansas. I love it. I'm with you on that one, no doubt. Here's one. I like Tennessee -9.5 at Kentucky. And let me explain myself. I feel like you're probably going to be on Kentucky here. Kentucky at home plays tough. But here's the thing. We just saw them play tough and take Texas to overtime last week. You and I agree. Texas is inflated by the media. They're not good. It's not a good football team.
Yeah.
Art is still learning. He's not playing well. They're not good. So a struggling Texas offense that couldn't put any points on the board is not Tennessee. Tennessee is going to score on Kentucky, and Kentucky's going to have to keep up. And I don't think they're going to. This one is a double play for me. I'm going to play them minus the 9.5 to try to cash some money, but I'm for sure going to have this on just about every teaser I'm going to play. Tennessee -2.5, I'm going to take.
I love Kentucky here. I love the dog.
Yeah.
I think Tennessee is like just the most overrated team in college football. Everybody's like, they're awesome because they lost to Georgia by like they should have won. And those games happen. Outside of that, Tennessee, they got smoked by Alabama. Like, I know a lot of teams do get smoked by Alabama, but like,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not buying Joey Aguilar, whatever that kid's name is. Like, get out of here with Tennessee. Kentucky's going to keep it close. They're going to bring it. They're going to kind of pull like a Chiefs move. They're going to keep it in the mud, and they're going to keep Tennessee within arm's distance. Also, it's a rivalry game. Like these two teams don't like each other generally. I don't know. Just give me the home almost 10-point dog. Give it to me.
Yeah, I imagine you'll be in at over 10 points on that. Understandably. And I agree with you on Tennessee, just for the record. Like, I agree. I don't think they're a great football team. I don't think they're going to beat any good teams and make a playoff run or anything like that. But here's when I like to bet Tennessee is when they're up against the team that needs to hold your score down to stay in the game. That's a team's going to have trouble with Tennessee because they can score points. You know, if Kentucky had any kind of offense, I might be like, this could be trouble. But
I mean, to me, like, you know, that was Arkansas was a team they barely beat. That was one of my Petrino first game.
Yeah.
Look, Arkansas's got Oklahoma next week. And if you're looking ahead, and I know Tennessee probably is, this is the game you're going to kind of skip over because that game means more to them than about any game left is that Oklahoma game because they got to win if they want a shot at the playoffs, which is
they have to.
You know, they've only lost once, I think, right? Georgia and Alabama. So
2.
Yeah, Georgia and Alabama. So they're on the outside looking in, but they have to beat Oklahoma. So
and should have beat Georgia. I mean, that kid missed the kick. I mean, that's
yeah. So I'm going to be on Kentucky for sure.
Going to be on Kentucky on that one. Okay, all right, I hear you on that. Before I throw it to you to close out regular bets here for college football, I got to throw one at you. I'm not on this one either way, but I just want to talk about it a little bit and see if you're going to be on it. And that's USF +5.5 at Memphis. Now, we just saw Memphis dump to one of the worst teams in college football this year. UAB is terrible.
Yeah.
And they kind of, I mean, it got a little closer at the end, but they kicked their ass the whole game. USF, pretty good football team. They're playing good football, winning the games they should, lost some close ones against bigger schools they should have lost to. They're a good football team. +5.5 on the road at Memphis. Kind of a stay away from me here, but I want to see what you think because this has huge implications on the conference here.
Yeah, I love Memphis. This is one of my dogs. This is my money line dog. One of my 2 or 3 money line dogs is this one. I think Memphis did exactly what I was talking Tennessee's going to do, which is, look, they just kind of skipped UAB. Also, what a horrible spot for Memphis last week against UAB. Like, new coach, you know, you're going to get that dead cat bounce. And that's exactly what UAB was. Chris Mortensen's son, you know, I guess a good coach. I don't know. Anybody's a better coach than Dilfer. Just a bad spot. Memphis did cost themselves the playoffs. There's no doubt. I don't know. I don't think they can get it back personally.
Yeah.
So they blew it. But I love Memphis here. I think last week's loss is going to be this was kind of USF's nightmare in my opinion. They wanted Memphis to win last week. So then they
needed him to. Here's why I love the fact that Memphis dumped last week, is because now my play from the beginning of the season is really, really, really in play right here. Navy, remember I told you they're going to get undefeated to like 7-0, and then they got that stretch where they got to play USF and Memphis back to back. And if either one of those teams already has a loss, Navy now, if they just win this weekend, whoever loses this game between USF and Memphis, they're going to have 2 losses in the conference. So Navy just has to split USF Memphis, and they're going to be in the championship game with 1 loss. I mean, it's looking good for Navy right now.
Well, the problem is they got Notre Dame before USF and Memphis. That's the schedule.
Sure, but that won't count for a conference championship.
No, but Notre Dame might beat the brakes off them so bad they will not get in the playoffs.
That could happen.
Because Notre Dame is still, like we keep saying it, still needs style points. They don't have a conference championships.
Sure.
They're going to try to beat the brakes off every single team they play because they got to. And if they beat Navy 50-20, it won't matter what Navy does. That because Navy go undefeated instead of losing to Notre Dame. But they're never going to put them in the playoffs.
Not with 2 losses. If they can run the table.
Not with a huge loss to Notre Dame is what I'm saying.
Not with a double. Yeah. If it's only 1 loss and it's a big one to Notre Dame, here's why they might still get in, because everybody else is blowing it. Everybody else is blowing it. There's no team running away with it in the group of 6 this year.
Right. There's not a great group of 16.
No.
LSU. And Memphis still has a shot, but they do definitely have to win this week. USF is leading candidate, of course, right now.
They are, if they can run the table and win the conference. But if they lose this weekend and then don't even play for the conference championship, 2 losses, it's still wide open for Navy. This is a big, important game to watch this week if you're like a nerd like us about football and playoffs and digging in and all that. So I will not be betting it because I just want to see what happens. But you like Memphis. You're on the record. Yeah, take them. Take them as a money line dog.
A couple more I'm kind of interested in.
Love it.
Here's one, and this would also be another money line dog I like a lot. And I'm just going to take Mississippi State again. They're playing Texas. Don't like Texas. Don't think they're a very good football team. I do like Mississippi State. Don't think they're a very good football team. But I like them at home, and I like the +7. And at +7, you're gonna give me like +245. Like, yeah, give me that to me all day.
Listen, I may be scared to do that, but everything you're saying is 100% right. Who's Texas beaten by 7? They couldn't even beat Kentucky. I mean
we saw them beat Oklahoma, but Oklahoma just got Mateer back, right? Mateer was a little
shouldn't have played.
Probably shouldn't have played.
No.
So I would have helped their case, I think, if he didn't play to the playoffs, because then it could be like Mateer didn't play
and be healthier. It was just dumb. It was
right.
Just
I like that one a lot. And speaking of Oklahoma, I have a little 2-team money line parlay I like, which is Oklahoma and Washington. I like that 2 home teams. I just think it's a small enough spread. I think Oklahoma knows it's time to hit the gas. I think Mateer's a little healthier. I like Washington. I love Judd Fish. I will just keep following that coach wherever he goes. He's also getting there. I think they got a good quarterback. I think Washington's like the Atlanta Falcons or the Carolina Panthers. I think they're a team you play at home, never on the road. So I like that little 2-teamer moneyline parlay.
Okay. All right, man. Let's put that on the record. Put that on the record, you guys. Put a little money on that action. You could bring in probably a little play. I would imagine like +225 on that, maybe.
Maybe something like that. I don't know what it would be. I'd have to look.
Maybe +180. So right around, it would be right around +180, 200, I think.
I got 4 plays left. I'll give you, I think.
Okay, let's go.
Here's because you took some of them. Okay, so here's the other 4. The over 47.5 of Texas A&M and LSU. Love it.
Okay.
All
right.
LSU, Texas A&M can score. They're going to drop 35 on LSU.
Yeah.
LSU going to drop 28 on A&M. But whatever. I like the over. It's a fun parlay with that Indiana over. I think would be a really fun play. A little 2-teamer. Yeah. You get about 2.5 to 1. Also, take it straight up. But I just think it's a fun one. I kind of like Fresno State. I think they're +3.5. I'm going to look here real quick.
Yeah, home dogs +3.5. Yes, sir.
Those home dogs just jump out to me.
Yeah,
they're playing San Diego State, so good team. So it's scary, but
interesting game.
Yeah, I just kind of like Fresno State. It's like, especially at 3.5. I think it's at 3 now, but I you know how hard it is for me to stay away from a home dog. Like almost impossible.
You're not wrong in this one, man. This is scary money, but this is good money because you listen to the show. You guys know I'm a big Fresno at home is tough. I don't care who's going in there. How many times this year, Andy, have I been like, hey, Fresno's at home this week. We're going to be on them, and they win and they cover. They get on the road. They're up in the air. They win by a few or they get beat up. They went to Colorado. Here's why everybody and all the money's coming in on San Diego State. Fresno went to Colorado State last week and got waxed. Got waxed by a not good Colorado State team. Not good on the road. And San Diego State, they beat the brakes off of Colorado State. So everybody, and San Diego State's playing really well right now, running the football, playing defense.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be on them in this game. It's Saturday up in the Valley. I'm telling you, man, I've been to some games up there. It is nuts up there on a Saturday. That they love that goddamn team up there and they rally. I'm telling you, Fresno plus 3.5 as a home dog is a good play. Take it.
I like that one. I also like Iowa State -3 against BYU. Mainly because last time we saw BYU is they had beaten Utah at home and you know, the Holy War or whatever.
Sure.
I think Iowa State. I've said regressions here. Now they've had their regression and they're going to lose a couple more that way. But it's a great spot for Iowa State. Coach Campbell will not let Iowa State overlook. BYU just beat Utah on national television. Yeah. I love this spot for Iowa State.
And let me just be on the record here so we can go back and play this thing. All these names that they want to throw you in the media about the Penn State job and the Florida job and all, like you'll hear Tim Tebow's name more times than you're going to hear Campbell's name. If you don't think this guy's on a short list for one of those big schools, now he made a mistake a few years back and turned him down because he's a younger guy and he's like, no, I want to build it here at Iowa State. And he's done amazing. But he's getting to that point, Andy, and correct me if you think I'm wrong. He's getting to that point where he's starting to realize I'm not going to be able to get it done here. And other schools would love to have him.
I think he'd be a good Penn State coach. I do not think he'd be a good Florida coach.
No. Penn State for sure. That's his style of football.
Florida, you need to have a little swagger. That's Lane's job to turn down. So we'll see what Lane wants to do.
For sure.
But, or even the Missouri coach, which God, please don't take Coach Drink. But, we need him. But it's possible. I don't think he's going to do it, but you never know. But, yeah, no, Campbell's a good coach for sure.
He is. Good coach. Good coach.
The other two I have at that one, I also kind of like Tulsa this week against Temple. Okay. There's like a 6-7 point dog, and I just want on that game. Like I don't know, I like. Are we sure Temple's is that good?
Temple's too streaky for me. I got to stay away from this one. I watch them pretty closely every week, and I'm just like, my God, this is one of those teams where road, home doesn't matter. It just matters what's in the win that day. Sometimes they show up and they play, and sometimes they just lay it down. I'm like,
I'm betting they don't show up this week. I'm taking Tulsa in the 7, whatever it is.
You might be right.
That number.
You might be right. That's a full touchdown's a good play.
Yeah,
good play.
That's what I'm hanging for now. I don't want to overload it this way. I'm going to try to give it a chill amount.
I got you. All right, well, let's do our regular rundown here. I'm going to run down some touchdown teasers, and you give us a yay or nay on it, right? Okay. So I think we already talked about UVA -2.5 at NC. I like them under a field goal.
I'd go the other way, but
go the other way. Put the points on NC if you like. We like a teaser in that game. We're opposite sides of the fence. You could get it both ways. Thread the needle. USF plus 12.5 at Memphis.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please. It's going to be a close game.
K-State. USF isn't plus 12. They're a 4-point favorite, right?
No, USF is getting 5.5 at Memphis. Memphis is laying.
No, Memphis is a dog. Memphis is a 5.5, 4.5 point dog.
You got that pulled up right now?
Yeah. USF is 4.5 point favorite.
Maybe I looked at maybe I got that one wrong then.
Maybe I got that one wrong. Relook because that's why I like Memphis. I wouldn't take Memphis as a favorite.
I don't know. Let's take another look here. I have them marked as a plus here on my list.
South Florida -4.5. South Florida.
Okay. So I had it backwards then. Play it the way Andy said.
That's why I like Memphis +4.5, +5.5. Like give me Memphis as a dog and play 100%. Memphis in your teaser. Like
just reverse what I just said then. Reverse what I just said then. 100%. You want to take that. You want to tease the team that's getting the points in this game. 100%. 100%. So I had that wrong. I put something down wrong. I apologize. Recanted. Here's one I think you're going to agree with me on. Guys, we're going to play the K-State and Kansas over. Tease that thing to 49.5. You can tell me both these teams can't get to 25 in this game, please.
They probably can. Yeah, sure. I would also. I'm a little wary of teasing over unders, but I'm with you. I just take the over. I think in this situation, but
yeah, the over's 56.5, and it's like, yeah, this thing could probably get to 60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I love that on a teaser. If I'm trying to get a 7-team play or something, add that one in. Give me Ohio -5.5 at Eastern Michigan. I'm back on Ohio this week. They had their bad game. Ohio going to do that. Eastern's not that great. SMU +3.5 at Wake. And it's a line crosser. You hate it. We'll move on.
Give me Wake and 9.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I do love, though. You just got done talking about Iowa State. I'm loving BYU at +9.5 or 10 points in that game. Iowa State don't beat anybody by that much, right?
For sure.
For sure. All right. We agree. Alabama -5.5 at South Carolina. I'll take them under a touchdown.
Yeah.
They're playing good. They're playing well.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Illinois +11.5 at Washington. You can give me that right now. You're going to give me over 10 points? Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Illinois will
I like that. I'm going to jump on my boys and your darlings this year. Central Michigan laying 9.5 versus UMass at home.
Oh, give me the chips. I'll take chips at 9.5.
Fire up chips, baby. Fire up chips.
Give me the chips to cover. Put it on my list. Give me the chips at 9.5.
All right, we're gonna go chips to cover up there, baby.
Come on, they're gonna wreck UMass with that run game. They're gonna wreck
UMass, no doubt about it. I'm gonna be on Tennessee laying 2.5 at Kentucky. Under a field goal, I'm gonna be on Tennessee to win that game.
Oof. Okay. Bad scary.
I mean, if you think Kentucky is gonna be like a money line dog for you, then no. But if you just think who's going to win the game and by a field goal on Tennessee at 2.5, I'm going to take it.
I don't. Kentucky's not going to make my money line dog list.
Okay, Kentucky, yeah, right. And I'm going to give you one more, but we're going to watch this one.
Okay,
we're going to watch this one. ULM. Everybody down on the Warhawks right now because we lost in a monsoon up at Coastal and didn't win the turnover battle 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Okay, and then last week against Troy, we're in that game early. Both kickers are lost. You cannot kick anymore. They know you can't kick anymore. You're in trouble. They're bringing it on 2nd and 3rd down. They know you're a 4-down football team. It changes the whole game, guys. And then they end up pulling away from you. Got somebody in there going to be able to kick this week. Looking for ULM to come back. This is classic. Southern Miss is looking right past them. And if you want to tease this thing, it's at 18.5 right now on a touchdown teaser and probably going to move up. This thing closes in close to 20 points. Let me tell you why Southern Miss is not beating ULM by 20 points this weekend. This is the same Marshall team as last year. The coach, we talked about this before, the whole team's down there. This is Marshall. They had to score on us late at Marshall to beat us last year. We were tough out last year for a lot of teams. But this team barely beat us last year at home.
Right.
They're not beating us by 20 points this year. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
They're currently they're in betting jail for me. I bet them the last couple of weeks. I've taken some losses, so I gotta hold off on them.
Yeah, that Troy game was tough too because we caught them on an upswing where they're starting to pound teams. Their offense is rolling, and then we staggered them out in the first quarter there, where we're kind of like trading shots, and that's where we want to be: running the clock, running the football, trading shots. And then we get down there and we can't kick a field goal, and then we can't kick another field goal. Then we can't kick an extra point. Then you can't kick. You're out of the game. Out of the game,
sure.
You know? So we'll see this week, but I'm going to watch that one and I'll probably be on ULM on the teaser for sure. Andy, let's talk about your boys with the Akron 5, Akron 5, man. Let's talk a little bit about these guys. Oh, we're going to skip that. We're just going to skip the video. We're just going to get right to it. You guys have seen it before. They're in jail. They can't go to a bowl game. Everybody on the team's ineligible. Listen, they blew out last week by Ball State. It was not a very good football team. This week they're at Buffalo. The spread is 9.5. The over-under is at 47.5. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm putting this on the record for me as bets this week. Give me Buffalo to cover and the over.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you tease Buffalo?
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know why that's not on here. We're going to do that too, guys. Official. That's official. We're going to tease Buffalo for sure.
Yeah. Akron's in trouble. I like Buffalo.
Yeah, we're going to be on Buffalo, and I think there's no chance that Akron's getting 3 more wins down the stretch here.
No, it was a good run. They really tried. I'm shocked. I mean, when we found out that they couldn't make the bowl game, but they could make the playoffs, though now people are saying they can't make the playoffs. But they had to win their conference. I was so invested. And then they got just absolutely smoked out of the gates.
Yeah, let me tell you this, Andy. Let me just tell you this. You jinxed your damn self, and you jinxed my boys up in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We were on the chips to pull off the big run and win the MAC this year, and then your love for Akron. We lost that game at Akron, probably going to cost us.
Oh, for sure. Well, it's like Akron knew I also love the chips, and I love what the coach is doing. So then it was like your ex-girlfriend coming super hot to a party.
Yep.
I think Akron was like, okay, I'm going to show you. And then
they rallied one game for you like you were a cancer kid. They were like, let's go get it for Andy this week. They picked the wrong week. They picked the wrong week. All right, let's get to the
They're dead this week, though.
Yeah, we'll get them.
Yeah.
Let's get to those money line dogs for college football. Who do you like on the money line dogs?
Can I pick that dog?
No.
Can I pick that dog?
No.
Can I pick that dog?
No, he's
Can I
sleeping.
pick that dog?
Yeah, we're going to pet some dogs right now. Andy, you're already on the record with Memphis. You like Memphis as the dog
Memphis
at home.
State money line. I'm going to take the other one. I'm going to take right off the bat is Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
Texas.
Okay, Mississippi State. You're going to take that one too. Underline it, lock it in. I'm going to give you one that you may hate and be in love with at the same time.
Yeah.
Give me Mizzou. Give me Missouri this weekend.
I love that one. But I didn't know we were taking it because of the big 6 picks.
Well, I doesn't mean I'm not giving away what my pick is against the spread over there. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take Missouri as a money line dog this week.
Well, I'm going to give it away. I like the money line, the dog. I like Missouri. Yeah, I'll give it away.
Let's jump on that. I also like BYU at Iowa State. I know you don't like that one. But it's just one of those games you're going to know by the end of the first quarter, you're going to know, because if BYU can get out front, Iowa State's going to have trouble getting back in it.
I think it's worth a shot,
Why not?
Same like it's to me kind of like Fresno State is worth a shot, as well.
Yep.
Plus 3. Like if you're just taking little shots at that angle, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, why not? And I'll tell you what, we already landed on this as our head-to-head, I believe. I'm going to take Illinois on the money line out at Washington, and you're on Washington.
Yep.
That's going to be our head-to-head. Illinois 4.5-point favorite. This thing's got to come back down to 3 before kickoff. I'd imagine it can't get higher.
Probably not, right?
Yeah.
So I'll give you one I'm looking at, but I hesitate to make it. I just think it would be a fun one. Northwestern goes to Nebraska. The whole world is going to be on Nebraska.
I know, but Nebraska just dumped last week. I don't see it happen twice in a row.
Yeah.
And they're home this week.
They're home, and that's why Northwestern, who nobody thinks is any good, is maybe kind of sneaking up and getting a little better. I'll have my eye on it. And right now the spread's like 7.5, so I'm going to see where it goes.
Let me just add Nebraska to the teasers on the even. Nebraska even at home and a teaser. I'll take that. I got another one for you. I may be going deep this week, but there are some ones I just really like. I'm going to be on Ole Miss to beat Oklahoma. I'm going to be on Ole Miss to beat Oklahoma.
Sure.
It's 5-point dog. There's some good money in that. They just dumped that game last weekend in the fourth quarter. OU, look, the offense ain't there. It's going to be tough defensively. I don't know, man. I'm going to be on that one. I'm just going to be on Ole Miss.
I like Oklahoma. I like the over in that game too.
Yeah. I'll definitely like the over. Well, I don't know, man. Oklahoma's defense.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. That's going to be a close one. That'll be a close one. Here's my last one. I kind of don't understand this one. Toledo's a dog out at Washington State. Washington State, not that good. Toledo, pretty good football team. I'm going to take Toledo on the road.
What's the spread?
1.5.
It's like a pick 'em, basically.
Yeah, it's like a pick 'em, basically, man. Give me Toledo.
Yeah, why not? That's also a good tease game.
Oh God, yeah. Get Toledo at 8.5. Love Ole Miss on a teaser as well. You can get that thing at 13.5. Take that.
For sure.
Yeah, take that on an Ole Miss teaser. I'll give that one too, man. Yeah, we'll put that official. All right, well, that's our head-to-heads. We gave out a ton of them, but there won't be many in the NFL. I don't think that there'll be many in the NFL. Andy, let's jump over to the NFL and give me something you like right out of the gates here in the NFL this week.
I think I'm going to give you one that nobody's talking about. I like Houston this week.
Okay. All right.
Let's go. So right now, what is that game at? Like -1, maybe?
Yeah, I think Houston is laying points, right?
Are they? I love it. They're -1.5. Houston -1.5. I think it's one of those, like, I actually thought San Francisco was kind of bad after catching up to that game. It was kind of bad. And, if it wasn't for McCaffrey, I thought that they probably should have lost. And the other thing is like Houston's got a really great defense. One of the things they can do is slow down McCaffrey, which Atlanta could not do. So I like the home team. Houston had a lot of opportunities against Seattle actually to cover. There was just a lot of chances that they kind of blew, in my opinion. So I think it's a good spot. Last time we saw both these teams, they were the Monday night game, Sunday night, Monday night. Last time we saw these teams, we saw a big one for San Francisco. We saw a bad loss for Houston. I'm going to always take the bad loss team the next week, and that happens to be Houston. So I like Houston -1.5 against San Francisco.
Okay. All right. I'll probably jump on this one as a teaser. Give me the Niners +7. And I'm going to tell you what, Andy.
Can I pet that dog?
No, he's
Can I pet
sleeping.
that dog?
Yeah, I'm on the Niners money line this weekend. Houston just can't figure themselves out, man. It wasn't an anomaly that they got beat like that last week. They can't figure it out.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do I like? I think we have Pittsburgh and the Dallas game is in the Big Six pick, so I can't.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
I like, if that Chargers Vikings game, the Thursday night game, if that goes to 2.5, I like the Chargers. If it goes to 3.5, I like the Vikings.
Okay. Okay.
That's where I'm lying. I think it's like a 3-point game. I probably wouldn't have anything to do with it right now. I kind of lean the Chargers at 3, but if you can get it 3.5, I'll take the Vikes. If you give me 2.5, I'll take the Chargers. So that's for me.
They got to get a win. They got to get a win. I'll rattle off a couple of quickly here for you that I like. Panthers have been playing good football, but look, Buffalo needs a win, and they know it. And they've had the week off, and they're ready to go. Give me Buffalo laying the 6.5 at the Panthers. I like that. Absolutely a teaser as well. We'll take that even money. We'll take the even spread on that.
Yeah, I like Carolina, by the way. I mean, all signs tell me that to take Buffalo because they had a week off, but I can't do it. Carolina's good at home. They can run the ball in Buffalo. Buffalo really hasn't played anybody in the decent teams have been beaten by. So
it's kind of a must win for them.
Even if it's Dalton, I'm riding with the Panthers.
Yeah, could be Dalton, but he's not. Dalton's a serviceable backup. Listen, now this one here, I think this is going to be a lock. Eagles laying 7 to the Giants. The Giants had their number last time. This is a little revenge action here. They're at home. They're playing a little better. Giants off of that tough loss to the Broncos last week. Tough to bounce back off that. Give me this and give me the teaser at even as well.
I love the Eagles this week. I think it's still a little bit of a bounce back. I just think the Eagles are going to be a little more prepared this week. So, yeah, I'm with you. I like the Eagles and the tees for sure.
Yeah, everything's stacking up for us there. You're not going to beat them twice. Now, we don't know if Lamar's playing or not. And I got to tell you, I don't really care if he is or not. I'm going to take the Ravens laying the 6.5 at home to the Bears. Also play it teaser, play it even. And here's why. The Bears have won 3 in a row.
4.
The Bears are not winning 4 in a row. They won 4 in a row?
4 in a row.
Well, then double my bet. Double my bet because they ain't winning 5 in a row. No way.
I mean, if Lamar plays, I love a smash Raven spot here. If Lamar doesn't play, then we have to see who's playing on defense for the Ravens. Because, look, say what you want about the Bears, like whether they're good or not. Ben Johnson's a good coach.
Sure.
Their team believes, they're going to kind of hang around. They're going to score. The Bears are going to be – they may not make the playoffs this year, but they may. But they're going to be a handful here very soon. And I think they are going to be a handful. So, look, I think it depends on who plays. Lamar, to me, is the key. If he plays, I'm taking the Ravens -7.
And that's exactly why I'm jumping on the money now, Andy, because if they announce that he is for sure playing, this thing's going to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shoot. Maybe I'll find out who's playing on defense, but I think Lamar is going to play. So I'm going to take the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going to risk the biscuit, and I'm going to jump an early pick here before they announce Lamar and hope he plays. That's just where I'm going to play it. Falcons -7 at home to the Dolphins after dumping to the Niners out in San Francisco. Again, this one a no-brainer for me. Give me the Falcons at 6.5. Also, give me a teaser at even.
I like the Dolphins. Now, I'll tell you why. I don't like the Dolphins in general, but this is a game that is where, if you think about the Dolphins the last few years, this is the game. This is where they play well. In a dome, Tua's better in a dome. Their speed is much better in the dome. So I just think they have this is their opportunity. We also, last time we saw them, they played at Cleveland against maybe the best run defense or defensive football.
Yeah.
In the wind, in the rain, in all the horrible conditions, and they looked horrible. Tua looked horrible. Now we're coming back. You're going to put them in a dome against a defense that's fine. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but it's fine. And they're going to be able to move. So I just think 7.5 is a lot of points. Penix is a little beaten up. He also has like foot or toe issues. Like, look, Bijan's going to have 300 yards. I get that.
Yeah.
But I just think Miami's going to be able to keep within. Right now it's 7.5. So I'll take the 7.5.
All right, man. I'm going to be on the other side of that one for sure. Here's one I know we both love. Tampa Bay in a bounce back. Tampa Bay laying 4.5 at the Saints. You can give me that.
I think so. Tampa reminds me of like how I feel about Tampa is like how I felt about Carolina last year, maybe, where it's like I know this team is decent and I'm always keep on them, and they always just keep finding ways to screw me over. So I'll probably, I would definitely take like Tampa money line. Your gun to my head, I bet you I would take the Saints plus 4.5.
Well, use your same argument that you just made against yourself on the Saints. This has also been a team for you that you like want to just keep being on and keep getting burned by. Be off them. Be off them.
I got it. That's what, but I'm going to probably take Tampa money.
I tell you what, if track record or like history shows itself on this show, next year you guys want to be on the Saints big time because Andy was on the Panthers hard last year, and this year they're turning out money for you. So next year we're going to be on the Saints hard.
I mentioned one. I was just a little early. The Saints are not a bad team. They're not. They play tough and they play good on the road. They're kind of worse. At home, they're good. And Tampa's a little beat up. This is the argument for the Saints. Who's the wide receivers like Ibuka? And I thought Ibuka looked hurt last week. So when he played against Detroit, I didn't think he looked healthy. I thought he just was like
it's that and the fact when there's nobody else out there. I mean, you're getting a bracket and a double eyeball on you where before you couldn't,
those D-backs weren't great. The secondary of Detroit was great, and Ibuka couldn't really even get past them. He couldn't get past them. So I was like, the dude is still hurt, and I think he's going to be hurt for a little while. Then you got Johnson or whatever that rookie they have, Trez Johnson or whatever, and then you have Sterling Shepard, and I'm like, that's not great. It's K-Dot or bust.
That's what I was saying. If you got K-Dot on your fantasy team this week, play the man.
That's the argument to bet the Saints.
Okay. All right. Colts minus 13.5 at the Titans. I'm just going to take it.
They're in Indianapolis.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they're in it at home. You're correct. At home. Yeah. I'm like, listen, this is normally too many points for me and I wouldn't do it. But the way I'm watching the Colts play and as bad as the Titans are reeling, you know what? I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to lay it.
It's Colts or nothing, man. You can't. I wouldn't. It's like Raiders Chiefs last week.
Yeah, 100% on my teaser list too. 100% you're teasing that. You can. Oh God, yes, we're teasing that. And I love your boys. I love the Chiefs minus 9.5 against the Commanders. Daniel's probably out.
Who? Yeah, he's out. I think it's Mariota.
Yeah. Mariota's going to play. Give me the Chiefs laying the 9.5 and the
it's like 10. Let me tell you.
Probably up to 10. Probably up to 10.
You know who I'm on, right?
Yeah, you're going to be on Washington.
Yes. Because the Chiefs don't blow teams out at home. Now, let me say last week they beat the Raiders 31-0, but it was personal, right? It was personal because the Raiders tend to try to they do the Kermit the Frog thing to Mahomes a lot, right? So the Chiefs are like, okay, you guys want to do that? This is how we'll play the game. The Chiefs just kind of stuck it to them and didn't look back. Generally, they will not do that to teams. Even if they do get up on Washington, Mariota's going to sling it enough that Geno couldn't do to try to get him under that number. I think if anything, it's a late cover. And just too many, the Chiefs they rarely blow teams out at home. I don't think they're going to win 34-10 at home. I just don't.
Here's why I tell you, I think they're going to cover everything you're saying 100% right. And we've seen the track record on it. You've been right on this show for 2-3 years now about that stuff. Here's why I think this week's going to be different. Dad just got his hot rod back out of the shop. Yeah, he ripped it up last weekend, but this weekend it's going to be some nice weather again. You know what I mean? They got Rice back. They got the offense humming. They're feeling good. We're going to take it back to the track this weekend.
I think you can make the argument that the Commanders are basically like the Raiders, right? Backup quarterback, and they have no wide receivers. Yeah, the tight end is whatever. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, if anything, you want to tease the Chiefs, and if you play them in any parlay, you can get them into
all day. Multi-leg teaser, get that Chiefs on there, baby. Buy it down. Those are the ones I like. Do you have anything we didn't discuss that you like? I don't. The other ones are
I think it's all, if you were looking at like over unders in these games, the Pats Browns game is kind of fun, but that's
That's on a Big Six, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's on there. You got to watch out for that one. I kind of like, if we're talking over under, I think the Buffalo over is interesting. I think the Vikings Charger Thursday night over is interesting.
Okay.
I'm not making. I can't bet it because I'm not sure. I can't make it official. But I just think those are where I'm leaning. And the other game I'm leaning is in the Big Six pick. So on the over.
Okay. All right. Well, let's throw some teasers because we can throw out some teaser information about the Big Six picks.
Yeah.
Let's for sure. We're both going to be on the Browns plus 14 against New England, correct?
Yeah, probably. I would, if anything, you could also take the Pats down to 0. I think you're going to be fine either way.
Yeah, either way, probably either way. Kind of like the Browns right now, and give me the Cowboys plus 10.5 at Denver. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
they can score, man.
They can, but something to me is very fishy about this game, and it's too much love for Dallas for me. But
I've been feeling like that every week with Dallas, and I've been off on them because I'm like, no way. And now I've seen it enough weeks in a row where I'm like, no, Dak and the offense, no, they got to score 40 if they want to win, and they look good.
They're awesome. They can score, man, all day.
Offense is looking pretty good. I will be on that Tampa Bay Saints over.
Yeah, that's a good one.
On a teaser, 39.5. I think both these
teams.
That
one. That's 20. A good one too.
Yeah, that's a good one on a teaser there. Listen, both of my money line dogs this week. I'm just going to tell you, I already gave you one. I like the Niners money line dog. It doesn't mean I'm taking them that way into Big Six picks, playing the spread a different way. And I'm going to do the same with the Cowboys. I'm going to take a money line dog. Why not? They're hot.
Yeah, I like the Panthers.
Panthers money line dog for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I like that one. And I like the other one is a Big Six pick. So money line, I like the Steelers.
Okay. Steelers.
You're talking about? I would say I say it on the Big Six picks. This is a Mike Tomlin rah-rah spot, baby.
Yeah.
At home, come on.
Yeah.
You don't lose this. So those are two.
A lot of points over there, though. We'll see on the Big Six picks which way we're going to play the spread. But money line dogs, why not? You can win a little extra money on that way.
I think you got it. If you're doing a teaser, I think it's got to be like Ravens, Bengals, Steelers. I would do one of those. I would do Pats, Falcons. I'm just going to do them all. All sevens I'm going to tease down.
All of them.
Which one wins? Which one loses?
All of them. Give me a handful of pick'ems this weekend. I'm going to have like a 17 teaser on pick'ems this weekend in the NFL, no doubt.
I would tease San Francisco. I would tease Pittsburgh.
100%.
It's Dallas.
It is teaser week with the matchups this week, guys. Touchdown matchups. That's teaser week city, man. Teaser week city. Let's jump on it. Let's get it, man. So that's it for the dogs this week in the NFL. Whoo! We got through a lot today, man. We hit the World Series. We told you guys how to bet that. We hit the college football. We got the NFL. We got a lot more picks in this week than we did before. A busy week for some good games, I think. Andy, you feeling good?
I like it, man. There's some good games. College is good. I think this is going to be one of those weeks that's a little better than we think. I think the NFL's week, it looks a little soft, but I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be, like that Chiefs Commanders Monday night game is now going to be bad. It's just going to be bad. So I wish we had a different Monday night game in there, but I think it's going to be a good week.
Right.
I hope Lamar's back. I hope the Ravens are back. What I'm kind of hoping for is a Ravens run. I think that's going to be so fun when they're like 1-5 and now they're like 9-6. I'm just looking forward to it.
Yep. You got 4 games tonight, college football. We're not going to dive into them, guys. They are what they are. I'm just going to give you a quick little heads up on like Tuesday and Wednesday football. Here's what we normally do. Boom. This weekend, take both teams, pick them, and pick the over-unders. You know what I'm saying? So just play a little 14 parlay on the night, 5-5 on each. Hit that one last night for 45 and 36. You spend $10, $15, and that's just entertainment. Sit down to watch the games and hang out for the night. $15 right there, won you 75. Boom. You know,
NBA starting as well. You can gamble on NBA.
Oh yeah, we'll be getting into some NBA picks probably in the next couple of weeks after we get a little feel for the season, right, Andy?
Yeah, last night I liked the under in that Rockets Thunder game, which would have hit, except it went into double overtime.
Double overtime, you're fucked.
Yeah,
double overtime, you're screwed, man.
Yeah,
screwed.
Yep, they got it. So. At the end of the first regulation, it was way under. and then
Oh yeah, the true football fans on the line of what you just got done talking about the NBA. The true football fans that are listening to this betting show right now and just saw my ticket are going, "You lucky ass bastard!" In that game, Western Kentucky 2 block field goals, send it to overtime. They get a 4th down at overtime, need a touchdown. They get the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. You hit the win and the over. Hey, that's gambling.
Yeah, it's a win, baby. It's a win.
You know how many bad beats I've had this year? I'm going to take that one and smile.
For sure.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, everybody, head on over to the Big Six Picks tomorrow. You know that drops on Thursday. Big Six Picks. We got Brian Hunt in the house. He's going to be on there. I already gave you the 6 games. Not going to run that down again. Andy will be a little bit absent tomorrow, having some open mouth surgery things, but you will have your picks in for us.
Yeah, I will. I'll get them in. I have a little wisdom teeth taken out. It'll be exciting. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be. The drugs are gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
the drugs are gonna be amazing.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck. Godspeed. We wish you well. We'll hear from you on those picks tomorrow. Tune in. Me and Brian Hunt will be running down the rest of the show, and you'll be back next week, and we'll be handing out more money. It's time for another episode of All Right Bet. When are they just going to put us on ESPN already?
I mean, why not? I mean, what are they doing? What are they waiting for?
We're killing it.
Barstool, even.
Barstool or somebody, man. Like, have us on as some guests on your gambling show. Just like, here's a couple of guys, a little show going. Just have us on, and we'll just clown you guys with winners.
Yeah, let's go.
I love it, baby. Let's do it.